Hello students, in this slide we are going to continue with the heat transfer, and in our previous topic we have stopped up to what is heat, right? And heat is nothing but heat energy. Heat is a form of energy, and the heat energy is transferred from high temperature to lower temperature. This is what a definition we have seen in our previous slide. Now we are going to see the heat is being transferred, I said. So okay, right? So how it is being transferred? We have a process for that. The heat transfer is being done with the help of process. So what are the process we are going to see here is that is three modes of heat transfer we are going to see here. So what are these? One is conduction, convection, another one is radiation. So right now, what does mean by conduction, ma'am? So nothing but simple example I'll give you. If you want to drink a heat water, what we'll be doing is with the help of utensil. That is, we'll take a utensil and we'll fill with the water, and directly we'll be heating, right? The same process. That process we say here as conduction. It means the transfer of heat or electric current from one substance to another by direct contact. This we say as conduction, right? Okay, so as I told you, the same example. Now the substance is getting heated, right? First, if you touch the substance, that is a few minutes later, it means like 5 minutes, the bottom substance is only that is the top layer. Few will get heat, but we want the entire substance to be get heated. So for that, how it will take? Sure, it will take long time. It means a few hours or half an hour. The time is maybe depend on substance of how many quantity, that is the substance. Based on the quantity of the substance, the time will get changed. But when the convection process is done, it's nothing but the heat is being transferred entirely through the substance. It means it we say as a molecular motion. This process we say as a molecular motion, right? So here in this picture it is given clearly what will happen when the entire substance is getting heated. That has been shown with the help of arrow marks as well as the blue dots, isn't it? So here what will happen is the heat energy is being transferred entirely throughout the solution. So this we say as molecular motion. The heat is being transferred through where? The molecular motion. And this process we say as convection. I hope you clear about what I mean by conduction and convection. Conduction means direct contact. Convection means the entire substance is getting heated. Now next is radiation. Radiation is nothing but daily we have observed from the primary source of energy is what for all living organism? Absolutely sun, right? So the sun is extreme hot. We didn't receive the entire sun's energy. We just receiving only the rays, that is the waves. We say that the energy that is radiated or transmitted in the form of rays or waves or particles, we say that as radiation. And how this is how the process, that is the three modes. This is how the heat is being transferred with the help of three modes, right? And now what is the quantity for heat? Is scalar quantity. Why? Because here the heat is, we can say the scalar means what? Only the magnitude, how fast the heat substance is being transferred, we can say which direction it has been gone, we doesn't see, right? So heat is a scalar quantity, and the unit, SI unit for heat is nothing but joule. Next, here we are going to see about the characteristic features of heat energy transfer. See, we know that from the definition of heat transfer or heat energy, we say in a system the heat is being transferred only from higher temperature to the lower temperature. That's the same thing as here being given as a first point. Now okay, when a substance is being heated or cooled, what will happen is only the temperature being get changed. Either the substance is getting heated or cooled, what will happen? The temperature may be high or low, but this quantity, it means the mass of a substance or a system will never get changed. That is here has been highlighted in this point. See, the mass of a system is not altered. It means only the temperature is being changed, not the mass. It means the quantity is same as what we have been taken before, right? The third point is nothing but when the heat, that is exchange of heat, it means when the substance is being heated or cooled, what has been done is only the heat gained by the cooled system that is equal to the heat lost by the hot system. It's nothing but heat gained is equal to the heat lost. Next, that is the both previous slide. The both questions topics are very important to mark question. Now here we have gone with another topic. It's nothing but other units of heat energy. See, we saw that SI unit of heat energy is joule, right? So, some other common used quantities or units also there for heat energy. One is calorie and another one is kilocalorie. What do you mean by calorie? Calorie is nothing but 1 calorie is here defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. It means how much of water we have been taken here is 1 gram of water through 1 degree Celsius. The based on the substance what quantity, how much of quantity we have been taken, based on that the heat energy is required. Here we have taken 1 gram of water through how much of degree Celsius? 1 degree. So this is how we define. This is what about 1 calorie. And kilocalorie, here the kilocalorie is given, right? So here the substance we have taken here is how much? 1 kilogram. There 1 gram, here 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius. So the temperature we have been taken here of 1 degree, the same 1 degree Celsius. Only what has been changed is the substance, how much we have been taken here is 1 gram and here is 1 kilogram. So this is what the difference between calorie and kilocalorie. In these two questions has also been asked in 2 mark question. It's very important 2 mark questions. The same topic you will be seen in next 11th standard as well, right? Now effect of heat energy. Right now we have been entered into the effect, right? So far we have been seeing the cause and now the effects. Okay, after the substance is getting heated, what will happen when a certain amount of heat energy is given to a substance? Sure, it will undergo few changes. So what will happen is the temperature will get changed. If we take a cold water, we want to heat that, what will happen? The substance is getting heated. Sure, the cold water has become what? Hot water. Upon the hot water, in the sense what is the change has been done is the temperature being changed. Upon temperature enna irukku, it get rises. And next thing, if we take a solid, for example, we have taken ice cube, that is a solid. If we kept outside, that is due to the environment, the solid ice cube will get melt. And after it melt, what will happen? The solid ice cube will get a water content after it melts, right? So the substance may change its state from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas. This all will happen when the heat energy, these are all the changes for heat energy, right? Fine. Next thing is expand. The substance will expand when heated. So the cold water we can touch easily, but the hot water we couldn't touch. So what will happen is the molecules, the molecular motion has been done, right? The entire substance has been heated. Upon the substance has been expanded. When it is heated, the substance will get expand. So these are all the important few changes will be happen when the heat energy is undergoes, right? Next thing, so the rise in temperature is in proportion to the amount of heat energy supplied. So the temperature is how it has been changed is based on the heat energy of what we supply. As well, it depends on the nature and the mass of the substance. So the effect of heat energy is also depends on what? The nature as well as the mass of the substance. Now we have been entered into the thermal expansion. See here, this is our next topic. So far we have been studying thermal energy and thermal equilibrium. Here thermal expansion. Expansion is nothing but expand means what? It's not a narrow, it's getting broad away, right? So when a substance is being heated, what will be getting changed is a few changes has been happened. As we say that state will get changed, temperature as well, the substance will expand. So based on that, the thermal expansion is nothing but the changes happen in a dimension of a body which accompanies change in temperature. So based on that, we have been going to see here 3 expansions. So what are the expansions? Linear, area and volume expansion. And in solid, all types of thermal expansion are occurred, but in liquid and gases only volume expansion has happened. Fine. Here thermal expansion is given in clear way. See in this picture you can clearly see why the railway road tracks or expand to the point of buckling on a hot summer day, because most substance will be getting expand only with the increasing temperature as well and contract with decreasing temperature. So this thermal expansion is usually quite small but it can be important effect. Next, see here also few examples has been given for thermal expansion. And this is a tight, if a lid is very tight, if we apply a oil or grease or some hot water on the lid, sure we can able to open that lid. Tight lid as well. See in this picture, railway tracks will be having few gap. So during the summer, the season when it get changed, also these tracks will get tight. This is what thermal expansion. When the heat energy is being transferred due to the environment surrounding heat transferred, automatically the iron will get contact. That is, the iron railway road tracks will get tight. This is what thermal expansion. And next, now we have been entered into the expansion of solids. Fine. Okay, expansion of solids is nothing but a solid is expand when heated, as well it contracts when cooled. So for that, few example here it has been given. See, when cold, the bar fits into the gaps. When bar is heated, it will not. Why? See, the ball and ring here it is given. See, when we heat this ring, sure the iron ball and the ring will get attached. See, before heating, the ball is given here in this picture, it not get attached. So after we heat, sure the iron ball that will have a contact with this ring. So after that, this will happen only when the heating process has been done. So what it means is the substance is getting contract as well expand. This is how the solid will be happen. See, whatever the benches, what we see in schools, we can say the students' benches, all it is made of steel or iron. The steel and iron, how it has been made contact, the shape how we got is only by welding process. So a lot of process has been done. So all when they are making all those manufacturing process time, what they will be doing is only cutting as well, welding as well. They will be heating all the substance. So when heating process is done, sure the substance will get expand as well contract. And this is how we have been seen for expansion of solid.